I think it's important, very important, to support investigative journalism because we as investigative journalists expose the rot in society, the ill in society, what's ailing our people. So through investigative journalism, we are able to tell the stories that are hidden from the glare of the media. We are able to expose the rot and corruption and misdeeds of certain people in power, whether it's not just in Kenya, even in Europe, even in places like the United States. For any corporate to be able to do business in this world, in this global village, then there has to be zero tolerance to corruption. I think I will say the single most important factor to combat corruption around the world is through investigative journalism. You know, politicians will always try and paint a very rosy picture in whatever they're doing, whether it's about the policies, whether it's about certain amount of money that's supposed to go for a certain project. But then through investigative journalism, we are able to decipher, we're able to find out exactly how much money has been spent, how much money this is likely to cost, and how much money the politician or that businessman has decided to con the population. And of course, we're talking about this affects the common man. So investigative journalism is key in terms of unraveling, in terms of trying to lay down how much corruption that goes on behind closed doors, whether it's government offices, private entities, or even individuals. So investigative journalism is a great tool to find out exactly. You talk about militant groups that are involved in certain deals. You're talking about gangs. You're talking about corrupt government officials, individuals, businessmen. I think the best way for us to be able to move forward is to support investigative journalism around the world and to be able to figure out how much can we be able to spend on investigative journalism, and then how much can investigative journalism be able to unravel, be able to expose. Because sometimes when you use like $1 million, investigative journalism allows you to expose billions of dollars. My message to anyone, and I'm looking straight at the camera, if you're willing to spend money, if you're rich enough, or even if you're not rich, but you can be able to afford a few dollars, please support investigative journalism around the world. It's a forum that brings people together, people with good intentions, not bad people. We're not warlords, you know, we're people who bust the bad guys. So I think investigative journalism, if you have the money, please support, because it exposes the ill in society, it kind of brings people together, it kind of gives solutions. We don't just expose all the time, we also give solutions. I think if anybody can be able to afford to give something back to society, then please do it so through the global investigative journalism conferences such as this one that's happening in Rio, Brazil today. My message to people around the world is let's live in harmony. Let's try and get the bad people in our society, in our midst, and the only way we can do that is by supporting the global investigative journalism conferences as well as initiatives around the world. From Cape to Cairo in Africa, from Rio here to the Netherlands. All you can do is try and help investigative journalism around the world. It's a good cause, and trust me, you won't regret.